All right, my bucket list of just some of the anime that I still wish to see, I still wish to react to see. Outside of what's pre-recorded, if I ever have the time, my next target, my next priority is Hunter x Hunter, Hunter x Hunter 2011 dub bundle 4, 76 through 100. But I'm pretty sure I've seen some of the best of anime already, quite a lot, but here are just some non-spoilery way. I could talk about them a smidgen, but I'm gonna refrain of what little I might know. But here they are, just some, probably the top tier of them, but nonetheless. Excel World. That sounds like an interesting one. And I'll probably butcher the pronunciation, of course. Not as bad as character names. Remembering character names, foreign character names. Akame ga Kill. And of course, Attack on Titan Season 3. I think that one's airing now. And then Azumanga Daioh. I've seen a scene from that. Very funny. I definitely want to see that one. Black Bullet. Sounds interesting. Black Lagoon. Blend S. Here we go with the pronunciation. Boku wa Tomodachi ga Sukunai. Charlotte. Chihayafuru, which that's a pretty expensive one. Chobits. Chunibyu demo koi ga shitai. Gotta be careful there not to swear. And of course, Code Geass Season 3. The man with the best cape in the world. And very tactical. Tactical genius. I'm wondering how they're going about that. If it actually is a Season 3 or if they're doing it just movie-based. Because I think I've seen there's movie-based things. Or maybe they're just redoing the series and then using that to lead up to the actual Season 3 coming out. Alright, Cowboy Bebop. Supposedly a classic. Death Parade. I like high stakes. Almost did that one, but we passed over it. D. Gray Man. That one's had quite a few different parts to it, or reboots or something. And of course, since we have finished Fairy Tail Season 1, boy, did that end quite on a high point. Man, oh man. That's the best of Fairy Tail. That last bundle. That is... They shattered the glass ceiling there. But I would love to see the Season 2 and Season 3. And of course, as I said, more Hunter x Hunter and One Piece as well. Very creative. Fairy Tail. Oh man, that was impressing me a lot there. Just so much going on. Wow. And then of course with the Fate series, Fate Apocrypha, Fate Extra, Fate Grand Order. Now I don't think any of those lived up to the main series, and I'm pretty sure even after the main series, the main meat and potatoes, which would be Fate Stay Night, UBW, Heaven's Feel, pretty sure after those, I don't think the Fate series is going to be done. I think they're going to come up with something new. I'm fairly certain, because it's too good and too popular. Great plot and writing and serious tone and all that. But, of course, Fate's Day Night, Heaven's Feel, movies 1 to 3, and a fair amount of other movies as well would be enjoyable. Definitely hype worthy. Try and stay away from those spoilers. Man, oh man, they're everywhere. And then, something newly added to my list that looks, it seems like a great concept, Italia. Now, I'm not sure if that's a little female oriented with the target audience, but it looks funny. It looks funny. We'll hopefully see someday. Food Wars, season 2.5 or 3 and 3.5, whatever. You know, I wasn't impressed with season 2 in comparison to season 1. I don't think they upped the ante, and it wasn't like season 1. That's the problem. It's so difficult to make something like the season 1 or the first of a game or something like that. It's hard to make a sequel that compares to it. Season 1 was, you know, it had the shock and awe, it had the exaggeration. It was much more fresh, brand new. I liked season 1 more, Worlds more. So I'm kind of not really the most interested in continuing it, but who knows? I have it on my list. Full Metal Alchemist, one of the top rated of all time, and some places have it as number 1. I know what it's about, in a basic sense. I know probably the first tidbit of the core plot, due to the two characters. But yeah, that one's one of the top ones of all time, if not the top one. So that those kind of things essentially have to be on your list. They have to be on your bucket list of anime to see. Full Metal Panic. A newer one, Gate. Very interesting. Golden Time. Supposedly a little bit of the romance genre there. And one I haven't gotten to this whole time that was definitely recommended, Gosick. I think that one is a grand mystery one. And I had tried a different mystery type one, but it wasn't quite what I hoped with what I had preconceived. That's the problem, is when you have an assumption of what something's going to be like, or if you hype something up too much, it can really irritate you if you go through it and it's not what you expect. It can really irritate you. But Gosick, I think, is going to be very good if we ever get the chance. Himoto Umaru-chan. That one looks completely goofy. The difference with the character, if I think I have that one right. Inu X Boku SS. I remember trying the first episode once, and for some reason we didn't continue. I remember trying the first episode. It was probably because I was completely overwhelmed, which I seem to get more and more. Not as young to deal with all the information being bombarded at you. But I probably couldn't tell you what happened in episode 1, even if I do see it again. It was bizarre. So, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Popular title. K, which seems like... I guess I'm talking about these anyway, so just, not spoilers, but, the most minor detail possible type of a deal. What little I know without having seen them. Just seen, the poster images of them, or whatever the case. K seems like, and I think there's like a season 2 or in a movie or something. It seems like one of those highly, candy eye type shows. So that's always an interesting thing. High visuals, I like that. The World God Only Knows seems interesting. Bit of mystery there. Kill la Kill, probably safe to assume it's going to be a little actiony, don't you think? Kokoro Connect. I know the premise. I know the premise. Pretty interesting. K-On!, which is, I think, by Kyoto Animation, same folks who did Clannad. So I kind of wanted to do that just because it was the same type of studio as my personal favorite for a long time. Not that I don't love A World of Others, and that others are my favorites as well. Oh, I love a boatload of them. Steins Gate, as I said, Clannad, One Piece. I'm digging Hunter x Hunter, Fairy Tail. By the end, took actually after I ended the dang video, losing my mind with hype and everything at the end of the season 1 there, to concede to myself that this sucker is a favorite. I don't know what the heck I was talking about at the end there. I was just trying to refrain, but man, it's definitely on there now. It shattered the glass ceiling. But anyhow, where'd we leave off? K-On!, the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. I think that one's a little bit, probably like 10 years ago or so, 9-10 years ago. We're like 2/3 through the list already. Oh no. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, which, just because of the one, there's certain VAs that just hook you, and I think it's gonna be that little one, because I heard an audio of that character, and it is definitely one of those voices that you just get hooked on. And you got to watch the show just for that VA. So I think that's going to be key there. Who knows what the rest of it's about, but I know a smidgen, but it's kind of self-evident. Mob Psycho 100, Mushishi, and of course Hero Academia Season 3. Shockingly to me, that sucker, that one and something else was higher rated than Steins Gate Zero recently. So I'm kind of stunned. Why? Like, I'm wondering, why isn't Steins Gate Zero and Heaven's Feel like spiked at the top? Why was instead Boku no Hero Academia Season 3 at the top? It makes me wonder whether it's just the effect of you're kind of going through it in the moment, so you rate it higher, and then once you're done, you kind of can gather your thoughts a little bit more, and it feels like it was a little bit less than you actually thought, and you have some criticisms there. Or on the flip side, it either indicates in the minor spoiler possible that something huge would have had to have happened. So, and I definitely have my suspicion of what that might have been or might be. So we'll have to see. My Teen Romantic Comedy. Sounds interesting. Nisekoi. Parasite the Maxim. Now I know what Parasite the Maxim is about. I know what that's about. Very interesting concept, the creativity, man, I'm telling you. Plastic memories, which some people have said some things about that. So I'm my assumption with that one is that it's gonna kind of parallel Angel Beats. I'm getting those kind of vibes. Psycho-Pass. Saitokai Yakuin Domo. I speak perfect Japanese. Konnichiwa. Soul Eater. Spice and Wolf. And of course, because I'm a giant fan of Steins Gate and that sort of genre, Steins Gate Zero, obviously. I can't wait to do that. Although, I think a couple episodes in there, we're going to have to flip from sub to dub or dub to sub. I forget which, but couldn't grab the episodes in time or whatever the case. They were gone. We'll see. Maybe I'll try and fix them before I ever record those, or maybe I'll never have the chance to, or the time to react to that. Yeah, I would love to, though. Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. That one has that redhead that everybody's crazy about. So, I think that one would be interesting. The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. Now that's the one earlier I mistook. I mistook that one for Melancholy of blah blah blah, the same name. So, wait a second. Why do I have them on there twice? Whatever. Maybe it's a botch, or maybe they're actually different bits of the same anime world type thing. I know there's like kind of spin-offs with different characters or something. I can't know it all, but and then one series I've been wanting to do for a very long time is A Certain Scientific Railgun. I didn't know where to start with it, but I was worried it was tied into these other shows that seemed kind of related or similar titled, but I guess it's that one, then the one that's called, you know, the same thing but S on the end or something, as in a season 2 or something. Tokyo Ghoul Re, as in season 3 or whatever it is. That one would be interesting. I'm not the biggest fan of Tokyo Ghoul or anything, but oh man, I had a way different preconception with it than what it actually turned out to be. That was a long time ago, though. I thought it was like about this like freak or ghouls going around in like Tokyo train stations or subways, underground subways, and causing havoc or something like that. That was like my preconceived idea. Definitely wasn't what I expected. And boy, episode 1 sure pulls you through a spin, don't it? Trigun. And then last but not least, Watamote, which people kind of say that is kind of cringy. So, sounds rather interesting. Those are just some. Probably the top tier, the icing on the cake of what I want to see. So, but yeah, I'm quite shocked that Heaven's Feel and Steins Gate Zero aren't at the, you know, like at the top of what's rated out there right now. I'm surprised that Boku no Hero Academia season 3 and something else were much higher than Steins Gate Zero. Very bizarre. I don't know what that means. If Steins Gate Zero might not be as good as we hoped. Who knows? Hopefully we find out. But anyhow, you know, what's to kind of throw this back at you, what's some of the anime that you want to see? What's some of the great anime that you've been able to see, you know, on the flip side? As I said, you know, One Piece, Hunter x Hunter, Fairy Tail, those long anime, they, you know, you got to stick with them. Got to stick with them. They're darn good, creative, and pay off. They do pay off. So, those three, Steins Gate, I loved. Erased, I loved. Mirai Nikki, Madoka Magica. Obviously, my favorite, Clannad, plus its After Story, Season 2. I tried to review Clannad After Story a long time ago, and I got so far into it, and then the thing got botched. I got like 40 minutes into it, and it got botched. It was such a waste of time. That's what... If I ever do reviews again, I'm just going to really have them be short, to the point, and have a score system. Just something real basic where I can just toss out my thoughts in just a few minutes and give some sort of score. I do have the score system, but it may never pan out to anything. You get a lot of ideas, but who knows? My one thing about that I did like 2 videos of any news, just whatever new stuff I learned, or with different series, like what's coming out when, rough time period type of deal. That's actually a channel name I learned recently, and it's like, oh, whoops. Hopefully I wasn't treading water there. It was just a name thing I came up with, so pretty smart move by whoever made that channel too, I guess. So anyhow, let me know your thoughts. I will see you up ahead. What shall we dish out next month? I don't know. I forget what pattern we were on. So I have seen all, and I mean all, of Madoka Magica. But I will concede very fast that my reaction to all, which I didn't dish out yet, not all, and by all I mean something, I didn't dish that out yet, because my reaction just doesn't do it justice. I was trying to absorb everything, my gosh, and it just doesn't do it justice. The anime is worlds better than my reaction, of course. My reaction is supposed to amplify the anime, make it all the more hype-worthy, and it probably didn't do much justice. So that's probably the delay on that one. Plus of, you know, what it is. It's not like a full show or anything, and I've kind of been trying to dish out a full show or season or bundle or this or that. A movie isn't sufficient, so at some point we'll have to dish it out though. So anyhow, I don't think we're gonna get to 1,000 subs either, so we're just kind of gonna glide with the rest of the channel. Yeah, I don't see us getting remonetized at 1,000 subs. We'll be lucky if we hit 500. But anyhow, thank you very much. So I will see you up ahead. I gotta run. So, as always, take care cool. Thank you.